All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here on this Friday evening. If you're tuning in live, if you're watching on the replay, no worries. You didn't miss anything. This is evergreen content that I'm just, creating while I'm broadcasting live to engage the live audience. So if you're here live, it is Friday, February 25th, 2022. Wow. We're almost through the first 2 months of the new year. Wow, what a year it has been. Wow, just a lot of crazy things happening. I just want to start off this show tonight by, giving out a special prayer to the innocent people in the Ukraine that have lost their lives, even some innocent people on the Russian side of things. I don't feel it's right that the Russian military should even lose their lives over this, or the Ukrainian military, or any of their citizens, because this is all just something that is instigated by their dictator known as Vladimir Putin. But I'm just here to, shout out my thoughts and prayers to everyone that is, out there, and anyone that has family that lives out in the Ukraine or Russia. I hope everyone is safe in your family, and I just hope that this gets resolved as quickly as possible. With that being said, a few things here before we get right to the first of 5 Reddit dating stories I have here tonight. Tonight we're going to be doing another installment of, what do I call this damn thing now? Dating Advice for Men and Women, Volume 10. I changed the name from Crazy Dating Stories a few episodes ago. I just felt it made more sense to name it Dating Advice for Men and Women because that's what it is. So before we get to that, just a few, side notes here. I'm wearing a nice brand new Under Armour, it's like a workout shirt, but it has a collar. My lady bought me another Under Armour shirt, and I think she's either driving home right now or just got home from work, and either she's listening or watching. This is an amazing shirt. I love it. It has a nice collar. It's very professional, oh man, thank you so much. Folks, when you get lucky nowadays to find a decent lady that knows what you like and takes care of you beyond any expectations, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And, I got her a few things for Valentine's Day, too. I found some really good deals on some Under Armour stretch pants for women, and got her a few other things. So, even though we didn't celebrate Valentine's Day on the actual day, last week or so when it was Valentine's Day, we pretty much, experienced Valentine's Day the last couple of days. I spent a few days with her this week, and it was amazing. So thank you very much for that. One more thing before we get to it. Before I went live on the air, my lady did send me a screenshot. She's been really getting into personal development ever since she's known me, because she really loves what I do. And I appreciate that, babe, for your support. It's very important, guys, that if you're going to date a woman nowadays, a good woman, that it's very important that she supports your purpose, because if not, it's going to really affect you. And she definitely supports this. But she's been sending me a lot of picture quotes lately that she sees on social media. And she just sent me this before I went live on the air. It's a quote where a man asks, "Should I leave my wife? I feel that she is not pretty anymore. My wife loves me and I love her, but whenever I see her, I feel that I can do better. And whenever I see a prettier woman, I feel that life is still long for me to find another girl." Asked by a fan. And my lady, after she sent me that, sent me a text saying, wow. Yeah, I would have to say wow myself, because it just seems like this is happening a lot in today's crazy modern dating world that we live in. It seems like people, hang on a second here. How come I didn't get the notification? Or did I just not see the notification? Oh, there it is. It went out 4 minutes ago. Sorry about that. Nowadays, we live in a different world. I honestly feel the millennials were a huge part in changing the way we date nowadays. Both men and women are waiting a lot longer to get married than they used to. And we have so many options through these dating sites and dating apps that, it's really hard to settle for someone, right? And trust me, before I met this woman and in between relationships, I was getting a lot of messages and getting bombarded with, tons of women wanting my attention. If you're a decent looking guy, even an average decent looking guy like myself, and you take care of yourself, you're going to get attention. The guys that don't get attention just don't take care of themselves. But speaking from experience, yes, it does get overwhelming, and it is hard to pick one and settle for one. But if you truly know what you're looking for and you truly want to find just one person that, will be the love of your life, okay, you're going to narrow it down to one, and you're going to focus on getting to know her, and she'll focus on getting to know you. What is my lady saying? She goes, I'm watching, babe. Oh, fantastic. Are you at home on your TV? Do you see your shirt here in crystal clear 1080p HD at 60 frames per second? Should be pretty nice audio and video, right, babe? But yeah, you settle, you find one that's going to be the best fit. You get to know her, she gets to know you, and if you click, you have great physical chemistry, and more importantly, if you have that great mental and emotional chemistry, that's even more important. Having that spiritual connection as well. Spiritual connection is very, very important. Okay, spiritual, mental, emotional, right? And I don't know how old this guy was that put that posting out there. I assume he's probably in his 20s or 30s, right? But here's the thing. Once you get into your 40s and especially your 50s, your looks start to fade, right? And at that point, it really shouldn't be, all about looks. Initially, looks will get you in the door, right? But at a certain point, okay, the looks are going to fade. So what's the most important thing? If you have that mental and emotional and spiritual bond, okay? When you have that mental, emotional, and spiritual bond, okay, the looks are not going to matter as much after you've been together with someone for a while. Yes, obviously in the beginning, we all want the most attractive person. But again, looks are going to fade. So a guy like this, for him to, be looking at other women or questioning this, is telling me that it may not just be the physical attraction that's lacking in his marriage. It's probably the mental and emotional and spiritual connection. Maybe his wife is very quiet. Maybe she's more reserved and not outgoing and fun. Maybe she's pretty boring. And I think that's where the issue is at. And I tell people, before, if you're single and you're looking to find someone, you need to properly vet, properly screen out the person you're getting to know before you meet them. If it's through a dating app or dating site, have, a little conversation through some, messaging on the app, then exchange numbers, send a few texts, and then talk by phone for a half an hour or an hour and, hear each other's tones of voices. So that way you have a good idea if you're going to get along in person, because it's not just about the physical, it's about the mental, emotional, and spiritual connection as well. And that is my thoughts. Those are my thoughts regarding that. She's like, home, baby. I love it. That's great. That is fantastic. Please be sure to smash the like button, baby. I'm sure you've already done that. We got 3 likes. Folks, please, if you're here live or watching on the replay, please smash the like button, like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications. You need to be subscribed to my channel for a minimum of 24 hours before you can chat in the live stream chats. It's a security measure I use. And plus, I really only want subscribers chatting, because if you are going to chat here in a proper way, in a non-trollish way, why would you not be subscribed to a channel you like and you want to engage in the content that I'm providing, or engage with the content I'm providing in the proper ways, right? So yeah, share it out on Facebook, on your timelines, on your or in some group pages. Share it out on Twitter. Tweet it out. Share it out on LinkedIn. Share it on your community tabs, etc. Please help me get this message out, because I'm all about positivity. We have too much negativity in this world, and I want to do whatever I can to help everyone rise above all the hate and drama, and accomplish whatever it is that your heart's desire in the most positive and uplifting ways possible. One more thing before we get right to the first dating story here. Earlier today, I did a live stream, and it was a pretty interesting live stream, and it was titled, "YouTubers Can't Have It Both Ways. Drama or Real Content Defines You." One more time. "YouTubers can't have it both ways. Drama or real content defines you." It was almost a 2-hour stream from my walk earlier today that I just finished about 3 hours ago. Then had a little dinner, and I'm right back to it. But if you need some more content to watch, and you want my experience in what it's been like to be a YouTuber for the last 5 years, some of the people I've dealt with, a few people in particular, I didn't mention their names, but I shared the story. And the people that have been following myself and these other people for a while know who I'm talking about, but I didn't mention it to go at anyone. I mentioned the story and the stories because I want people to learn from these stories and really truly understand what's happening out on YouTube nowadays, because many people, want to be a YouTuber and create a business on YouTube. And that's part of what I help people with as a coach. I'm a business and personal success coach, aka relationship coach, aka life coach. And most people, like I said, that are going to run an online business are going to use YouTube. So I want to share my stories so you know what you're up against and you know how to handle things in the most honest, ethical, respectful, professional, and mature ways possible. All right. Enough of the monologue. Let's get right to the first of 5 Reddit dating stories. Here's how tonight's going to go. I got 5 stories. I'm probably going to go through the first 2, and then I'm going to take a quick break and come back with the final 3. And I always, select the stories from, they're all great, but I go from the least great to save the best for last, right? That's what you do to keep people around, right? That's what you have to do, right? But anyway, all right, let's switch on over to the browser source and look at little mini me on the bottom right here of your screen, right? Oops, this is, okay, here we go. Where are we? There we go. Okay, that was the wrong screen there. Now we're on the right screen. All right, this first Reddit dating story is from the subreddit Dating. And the original poster's title is "Dating Guys Who Don't Chase. I Need Advice." This is a woman writing this, right? Dating guys who don't chase. I got to start off by saying, guys that don't chase, I'm going to give you a big round of applause. Yeah. That's the golden rule before I even get to the meat and potatoes of, what this woman wrote. And wait till you hear what she wrote. And remember this, and babe, if you're watching, my woman knows me really well. And, we have a lot of fun, right? But I call her out on this stuff And initially she tries to fight it in a playful way. She tries to fight it in a playful way, right? But this is what I tell her. This is what I'm going to tell you guys. Keep this in mind. There's a difference between what women say they want and what they respond to, because they're emotional beings. They respond to everything emotionally first based on how they're feeling in the present moment. Again, there's a difference between what women say they want and what they respond to. Keep that in mind as we go through this posting here, okay? So let's read what this woman wrote. I usually date men who chase quite intently. And ma'am, those are the guys that end up in your friend zone and never get to your promised land. It attracts me that someone can focus on what they want and pursue it. There's nothing wrong with that. You need to focus on something that you want and pursue it to a certain extent, but not over pursue it, right? Chasing equals over pursuing, which equals turning off the woman, because if the woman perceives you to want her more than she wants you, it will not work out. Women want to feel like they're getting a prize. And babe, you know this. You want to feel like you're getting a prize. If you didn't feel like you were getting a prize with me, you wouldn't be with me. It's just the truth, just the way it works, right? Anyway, the passionate men I attract end up having bad tempers. Well, because the passionate men are men like myself that are not going to chase you, right? And you're so used to being chased by the thirsty beta males that when a real man comes along, you think there's something wrong with that guy and you think they're not making as much effort for you. But the truth of the matter is, it makes you wonder more why they're not chasing you, because they're happy within themselves and they can live with or without you. The men that chase you can't live without you. And how attractive is that to you, ma'am? Right now, I am dating someone who puzzles me because apart from asking for dates, they're not chasing me in any form. Wow, big round of applause for the guy not chasing her. Yeah. It's so funny when you do the opposite of what women expect, right? Which is what the beta males do. They expect what the beta males do. But if you're not a beta male and you do the opposite of what the beta males do and what women expect, here's what happens. So, they're not chasing me in any form, i.e. an example, dressing well. Well, you should dress well, right? But maybe this guy, maybe when she says he doesn't dress well, he probably wears sporting outfits or something like this. Now, it depends. Like, I wear sporting outfits, but I wear high quality sporting outfits that you could wear out to dinner, right? So maybe this guy is just kind of wearing basic clothing, but he probably doesn't smell, etc. Then she says that he's not complimenting her. Well, it's one thing to compliment a woman, which is fine after you get to know her and after she wants to be with you, right? But don't be overly complimentary, right? Don't suck up to her. Don't kiss her ass. Pay her a compliment. And honestly, it's always better when she compliments you first. Even if I wanted to compliment my woman first, she always beats me to it. And that's beautiful because if she's complimenting me, she's not leaving me, right? And I'll say, thank you, baby. I appreciate that. But, I'm just me, and you're awesome, baby. Thank you so much for thinking of me. That means a lot to me, right? That's cool, comment collective. Yeah, you're acknowledging her compliment, you're paying her a compliment back, but you're not overdoing it, right? Calling me, this guy doesn't overly call her, right? Even kissing me, well, he should be kissing you if he likes you. There's nothing wrong with kissing, right? I sometimes will double text him. Wow, that's typically what beta male guys do to the women. But this woman's chasing this guy. This is the way it should be. The woman should be chasing the man, okay? Because if she's chasing you, she's not dumping you. He doesn't reply to a text with conversation, so I'll text another with conversation later on. This dude is either playing his cards 100% right, or he's just as dumb as a rock or really shy or something. So I'm thinking maybe he does want a relationship but doesn't want to chase me. Ma'am, Maybe he does want a relationship, but he's playing it cool and he's waiting for you to bring up the relationship. Like I've always said, and other coaches such as Coach Corey Wayne say, when you first start meeting a woman and you start dating her, your job as the man is not to bring up the relationship. That's the woman's job when she's ready, right? Your job as a man is to take her out, hang out, have fun, and hook up, right? Hang out, spend time with her, go to nice dinners, go to hikes, go to walks, take nice drives, kick back on the couch, watch a movie, and then lay in bed and ram the you-know-what out of her, right? And my baby's like, I wish you were here to ram me right now, baby, like you did the other night, right? Okay, we let our secret out, baby. That's okay. It's not like they don't know people that date don't do that, right? Okay, but anyway, right? That's it. That's all the job of a guy is. It's up to the woman when she's ready to bring up the relationship. Typically, it happens around week 6 or week 8, somewhere between a month and a half and 3 months. If the woman is into you, she'll reach out to you and say, hey, babe, I just wanted to ask, where do you think this is going, right? Where do we stand, right? She'll bring it up. And at that point, you say, well, babe, I really like the way things are going, and I want to keep it going. I enjoy your company. I feel you're great and blah, 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 right? But babe, I want to know, do you want more with me? And do you want this to be official? Well, baby, is that what you want? Because, hey, I'm cool either way. I really enjoy spending time with you. I don't want to put any pressure on you. You tell me what you're ready for, baby, and let's talk about it, right? And that's it. Leave that up to her. My lady's like, yes, sir. She left me a text message. Obviously, she's not chatting in the chat because, we don't want the trolls finding out who she is, at least not at this point. So, yeah, you can keep texting me, baby, and I'll check every now and then. I like when you send me your thoughts when I'm live on the air, see? All right. Can anyone tell me if they've dated a guy who is like this, and if it works out? It's the only way it works out, man. Because if not, you're dating a thirsty, needy, desperate, insecure beta male. If you say you want a guy chasing you, then you tell me what's happened every time a guy's chased you and keeps chasing you and overly texts you, overly pursues you, overly calls you, right? You think you want that, but once it happens, it gets so overwhelming and overbearing that you start to lose attraction, right? Because like Coach Corey Wayne says, and I agree, women are attracted to a man, or they're attracted to men whose feelings are unclear, right? Women are attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. Now, I'm not saying my feelings are unclear with my lady, but when she brings up feelings and all that type of stuff and all that giddy stuff, right? Which I like that too, don't get me wrong, okay? But when she brings that up, okay, I say, well, baby, what do you, is that how you feel? Like I like the way things are going, and yeah, I feel the same way about you, baby. I just, I don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want to be overbearing, right? I'm just cool with the way. No. I blah blah blah, whatever, right? So that's the way you handle it. Because someone told me that this is the honeymoon period and it should be more intense than peter out. Yeah, the honeymoon period is typically the most intense, but that doesn't mean a guy has to overly pursue you or chase you. You should be the one chasing him. This is the way it works. This is the way it works with my woman and every woman I've dated, at least in my 40s, okay? They always reach out first. Hey, babe, how you doing? Hey, babe, I miss you. They say that, right? And you get the text, right? And if you're there, you can get back to the woman right away or within an hour or two or whenever, right? Okay? And all you got to do is say, hey, babe, it's great to hear from you. I'd love to see you. When are you free to get together? Right? That's all you got to do. Oh, babe, I can't wait to see you too. You tell me when you want to see me or whatever, right? That's all. That's all it takes. Right? But it seems like to me that this guy is probably, on the fence. Maybe you two were intimate and it wasn't that great. Or maybe the fact, that you're overly chasing him, maybe turning him off. Because here's the thing, ladies. Today in the modern world, yes, women need to chase the man, but there is such a thing as a woman overly chasing or overly pursuing a man. And my lady's going to say, babe, have I been doing that to you? I feel like I've been doing that to you, or maybe I was doing that to you. Yeah, my lady was kind of overly pursuing, for a little while, and not as much anymore. But I understand why. And, she's just really happy. She's never met a man like me, humbly speaking, and she's just excited about it, right? But no, I mean, like we've been together 5 months. It's going on almost 6 months now. And, it's like I'm used to the way she is. She's used to the way I am. We accept each other for who we are. And I've told her, like I even told her the other day, I'm like, babe, I want to be there for you as much as possible, but I can't always get back to you right away. I may not be able to call you on your lunch every day. I got to run my business. I got to get things, going with my purpose. And boom, she totally understood it. She gave me the space to do what I need to do today, 2 shows, and it's all good. Everything's great. And now she's sitting at home after work and she's watching me on the TV. Thank you. That's it. That's because I don't chase her. I don't overly pursue her. I don't pursue her at all. I'm just me. She comes to me and I'm receptive, right? Right? Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't care about her. I do. Right? It's not that I don't want to reach out to her first. I don't have a problem with that. But it's always better when the woman reaches out first, because when it's her idea, everything is better. And babe, I'm right about that. Even if it's something that I want to do, that I feel is good for the both of us, I need to present it to you in a way where it comes off more your idea as mine. For example, yeah, babe, let's go to lunch. Do you feel like going to lunch at a pub, or where do you feel like going to lunch? There's lots of nice places there. I could throw in, name of a pub or two, right? I'll throw in the name of a pub that I really like. And she'll say, well, that sounds great. I would love to go to a pub. The pub you mentioned sounds great, right? Now, technically, it was my idea. But when she says, hey, babe, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do that. Now it becomes her idea, right? So you see what I'm saying? That's it. It's just about the way you present things, right? It's about the way you present things, and initially let women reach out first. That's it. Bottom line. Let's read a few comments here and see what the people said in the chat. This is a guy that says, I don't chase. Brother, big round of applause just for starting off that way. I don't chase. Yeah. I don't chase. It is a waste of effort. Oh, of course it is, and it turns the woman off. If we like each other, we should be running towards each other, not forcing me to follow you around until you give up and submit. Right. Right, and she won't submit to you if you chase her. If she doesn't want to submit to you naturally and pursue you, it's not worth it. Women either like you or they don't. When they like you, they go out of their way to show you. That is the secret, guys. There is no secret, but that is the one, if there is one. Edit. Hey, thanks to everyone showing support. It was really just an offhanded comment. I'm not sure if it is a good or bad thing that this post is really speaking to a lot of people. No, it was a great posting. To the women who've commented disagreeing because they think it means men are lazy, the comment applies to you too. This has nothing to do with men being lazy. Information Man Show, peace to you. Hey, I caught part of your show the other day, bro. Awesome work, man. Yeah. This whole Russia and Ukraine thing is absolutely bonkers, bro. I mean, wow. I'm sure you have your own thoughts on it. But welcome to the show, bro. Big round of applause for being here, Information Man Show. Yeah. Finally got to do it in studio show, Information Man Show. Yes. And it's not about being lazy. It's about not over pursuing, not coming off weak, needy, desperate, and insecure. When a man is the one that is pursuing a woman or over pursuing a woman, it comes off as weak, needy, desperate, and insecure, right? Because women want to be with a man that would rather live with them, but can live without them as well, right? If you're a man that is overly pursuing, you're coming off to the woman like you can't live without her. And that's a big turnoff. Now, as far as women go, most normal women, like my woman, even though she's a modern day woman, she's very old school. She's like, I can't live without a man. I need a man in my life, right? That is normal for women. But for men, it's a big turnoff to women because it's not masculine. It's feminine energy. All right. Yes. Thank you, Information Man Show says. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. To those who've commented disagreeing because they think it means men are lazy, the comment applies to you too. Don't chase lazy men who don't reciprocate your efforts either. Right. The woman needs to initiate stuff, at least in the beginning, or typically most of the time. She just needs to put herself in the man's orbit. Hey, babe, how are you doing? Hey, babe, how are you doing today? How's your day going? A text message or whatever, right? And then after that, the man takes over, right? When the woman reaches out, it's not because she's just wanting to say hi or just wanting to shoot the shit. It's because she misses you and wants to see you and wants you to end up rearranging your insides as soon as possible, right? In addition to going to a dinner or cooking dinner together and doing other things. That's what it means. It's not supposed to be a gendered post. It's just supposed to say you're wasting your time if you're settling for anyone who doesn't want to be your equal partner. I agree with that. But listen, what I explained is more of a gendered post. Unfortunately, that's what it is. Okay? Women are attracted to a man's strength. They're attracted to a man's masculinity. They're attracted to the fact that men are able to live without women, but they'd rather have one in their life, right? Women are not attracted to men that can't live without a woman, right? So if you're overly pursuing a woman, it's going to turn her off, even if she thinks initially she wants you chasing her. You try chasing a woman and see what happens, right? You're gonna basically chase her right out of your life. And you might be lucky to stay in her friend zone, which is a place you don't want to be either. Let's read a couple more, then we'll get to the next posting here. We are already at 32 minutes. All right. Exactly. Chase is a term I never liked in the dating world because to chase something or someone implies that they are running away from you. Well, the theory regarding the chase is that, women have a lot of options and they're trying to find the best man possible, right? And so the theory is if you can chase the woman and lock her down before any other man can, okay, then, you got her, right? But that's not the way it works. That's not the way it's ever worked. Even back in the days of traditionalism, women would choose the man. The man never chose the woman, right? Now, you can put yourself out there and you can express interest. Hey, I think you're cool. If you'd like to go and hang out sometime, go on a date, right? Cool. Nothing wrong with a man asking a woman on a date, right? But after that date, you got to back off and see how the woman responds. If she likes you, she's going to reach out to you and say, hey, I had a good time. I'd love to see you again. I had a great time too. Yeah, when are you free to get together, right? So that's what they mean by the chase, right? Women are the ones that choose men. Men don't choose women. Yes, we can be interested in the woman. We can be attracted to a woman, and we can express interest by asking them out on a date, but that's as far as it goes. If they agree to go on a date with us, then they are at least, saying, yeah, you're attractive enough. You seem to be like a decent guy. Let's go out and see how it feels like to be together, right? And then the woman will choose if you're a good fit, for her. And even if she thinks that you're a good fit for her, you have to also figure out during that date if you're, or if she's a good fit for you. I mean, on the flip side, that's what I'm trying to say. If she's a good fit for you as well, it works both ways. Let's see. So chase is a term I never liked in the dating world because to chase something or someone implies that they are running away from you. In this case, meaning they are not interested in you at all. But I will say that it seems like original poster is putting in more effort than the guy she's seeing, which I don't think she should be doing. Well, I don't think she should be doing it at the level she's doing it. It sounds like she's even over pursuing as a woman, right? But yes, she needs to be the one that reaches out to him first and say, hey, babe, how you doing? And leave it at that, right? One text, hey, babe, how you doing? And wait to see if he gets back to her. But what's happening is he's not getting back to her right away, so she double texts him. She's doing the same things that if he was doing to her would be turning her off, right? But it's okay when women do it, right? No, because men get turned off by that stuff too. They do. Trust me, especially in this modern world nowadays. Boo-doo, boo-boo. Give me a second here, folks. Do-do-do-do. Let's see. People need to treat people accordingly. Well, yeah, I mean, the bottom line is attraction is a must and not a choice. And you got to go on a date and see how it feels. But, if you have attraction and you start dating after that first date, you as the man should not be chasing the woman. It should be the woman reaching out. My woman does it every day. Now, every now and then I'll reach out to her first if I haven't heard from her by like the early afternoon or so. And trust me, she wants to reach out to me earlier, but she also doesn't want to bother me while I'm at work, and she's trying to be a little more understanding of my schedule. And so when she respects the fact that I have things to do and takes my thoughts and feelings into consideration, and I know why she's doing it because I know her really well, then I'll reach out to her first and say, hey, babe, how's it going? Let me send you this really crazy YouTube community posting or something. You got to check this out, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But I will tell you this, 70 to 80% of the time, she's doing the texting first. She's reaching out first, right? A man doing it 20 to 30% of the time, no problem. But the woman needs to do 70 to 80% of all calling, texting, and pursuing, or she will lose respect for you. It will just not work out. Don't believe me? Try it out. Let the guy do 70 to 80% of the texting, calling, and pursuing, all of that, and see how quickly you lose interest in him, right? Oh, something doesn't feel right. I don't feel the same anymore. Yeah, it's because the guy's chasing you now instead of you chasing him. The relationship has to be your idea, ladies. Now, don't get me wrong. We like it too, but men are a little different. We're a little bit more secure in things. We're a little bit less emotional, right? So it has to be more of the lady's idea. Exactly. Original poster should only reciprocate what she is getting. I agree, but she needs to be the one that reaches out first. It sounds like to me she's making a lot of effort, and this guy is probably really not that into her. Maybe this guy had sex with her, and she was cute enough to sleep with. Maybe she has a decent body and he's not attracted to her face. I had a lot of guy friends that, in my younger days, would date women that had a very, very nice body, but their face was unattractive. So, it was kind of like what these guys would say. God, we were brutal when we were younger. Like, I was never really a jerk, but it was kind of like one of those stories you would hear where, like, she's got a great body, but a horrible face, so you just put a bag over her face while you're banging her, right? And my lady's probably laughing right now. But yeah, I had guy friends like that. So maybe, this guy likes having sex with her every now and then because she's, got a good body and maybe a decent lover, but he just doesn't feel anything more with her. I think she's just chasing way too much. Maybe he had sex with her and, it was really good and she's into him, but he's not really that into her besides the sex. So if I was her, I would basically try to reach out one more time and ask him, where he stands. Are we still going to see each other? Are we dating or are we not? And if he doesn't respond within a day or two, then I would just consider it being ghosted and move on. You can't go in only giving what you get. Put what you want from someone out there. I agree. If they reciprocate, then it might work. If you're not giving it a good shot right from the start because you're waiting on them to give you something first, what does that say about you and this future relationship? This guy obviously is not interested, or at least not interested in the same way she's looking for. She's looking for a relationship. He's probably looking for an occasional hookup, right? You try, hope they try as well. If it's not what you want, then at least you tried. If I was this woman, I would cut my losses and move on and find a guy that's going to show more interest. All right, we are at 40 minutes. Let's go to the second posting here, and then we'll take our first break. This is from the subreddit, dating_advice, and the original poster's title is, I made out with a girl for the first time in my life last night. I, 29 male, I left that out. Information Man Show and anyone else watching. I, 29 male, made out with a girl for the first time in my life last night. Sorry, this post has been removed by the moderators of our dating_advice. But as always, Eli has backups. So let's go to the backup. Whoops. I just turned off my camera and I turned it back on. Let's go to the backup. There we go. Always take screenshots of these because sometimes they get deleted. By the time I figure out which ones I'm going to use for a show and the time I go live to do the show. And I've been caught with my pants down before, and this time in the future I'm not. Let's read what the original poster wrote. Not asking for advice. So I don't know if this will get taken down. Well, it did, brother. And, I mean, if that's a part of the rules, I don't understand why you couldn't ask for advice in the subreddit called dating_advice, but oh well. But I just had to post this somewhere, LOL. Okay? I may reach out to you privately and send you a link to the stream, because I'll give you the correct answer. I'll help you out. As the title says, I'm 29 and have virtually no relationship or romantic experience. Dude, by the time I was 29, bro, man, let's leave that one alone. Let's leave that one alone. I mean, I had relationships. I went on many dates. I don't have one-night stands, and I had some good relationships in my 20s. And, I met lots of women and, I became friends with, I would friend zone women. I would never get friend zoned by women, period. I would just never deal with friendship. Even when I was younger, I just would never, ever, ever let a woman friend zone me. I just wouldn't, go out with her or keep going out with her if it wasn't going to turn into romantic intimacy. I started using dating apps about 8 months ago. I've been on a decent number of dates, but I usually get ghosted or told by the girl that she didn't feel a spark with me. Well, what do you look like, bro? And you're inexperienced. Do you know how to talk to women? Do you know how to create sexual attraction? Do you know how to light her fire? You got to light her fire, number one, by looking good in your pictures, right? And number two, when you communicate through texting, you got to use proper spelling and grammar and know how to communicate in a fun and flirty way that's not overbearing. That's not too much, but not too little. You got to get her to feel that spark, right? And when you're meeting, how are you showing up? How are you dressed? Do you sound confident with your voice? Are you cool, calm, and collective, or are you nervous? Right? Well, I got dinner with this girl on Friday. We went on a long date on Wednesday. She must have really liked you to make it a long date, because women don't hang around with you for a long date unless they want your long body part. Okay, let's just call it that, right? And we learned that we literally live like 2 minutes from each other, LOL. That can be good and bad, because if you want to see each other, it's instant. But if you need a little space to get some work done and stuff, that's too close for comfort. I'll tell you that. Oh, boy. Last night we were texting that we already missed each other, and I just asked her if she wanted to come over. Well, dude, you just met her. I wouldn't be telling her after a date or two that you miss her. Okay? Now, if she tells you that she misses you first, it's okay to say it one time for every time she says it. You never want to say it more than she says it, right? You want to be at her level, or you want to be at her pace of moving the things along, or slightly below her pace, right? But it sounds like this woman's really into you. Okay? We already missed each other, and I just asked her if she wanted to come over. She did, and we played video games for a bit. Why the hell you played video games? Dude, what's up with the video games, man? I would have no desire to be playing video games if I had a beautiful woman that I was attracted to and I wanted to invite her over. I'd have one thing on my mind. And you ladies know what that is. Oh, man, that's hilarious, man. Oh, boy. We played video games for a bit and then watched a movie. During the movie, her hands were all over me. Ha. Isn't that what you want? We would occasionally kiss each other on the cheek or forehead. Cheek or forehead? What, dude? 29 years old. When I was 29, by the time I turned 29, I got over those jitters. And I was, the women I was dating by that point, I was the leader. I was like, if I saw her and we were hanging out at my place and she was just being cool, I would just go in. I'd go for the kiss. What's the worst that can happen? She could turn the cheek and say no, right? Okay. But why the hell is she at my place if she doesn't want to make out and do other things, right? Come on, dude. The woman is at your place. That's saying if you do the right things, big boy, then I'm gonna want you to take me, big boy. You know what I mean? Come on. Give me a second here. Let's see. Where did we leave off? After the movie was over, we continued cuddling and playfully kissing. Well, dude, she's trying to give you a hint that she wants you to throw her down, take her in the bedroom, and show her how much of a man you are. But it sounds like you're waiting for her to take the lead. And she's trying to give you a hint that I really like you, and I want you to show me how much of a man you are. I'm ready to submit to you, and I'm trying to send you the signals, dude. What do you expect the woman to say? Hey, take me to the bedroom and F me, big boy, the first time. They're not going to do that. And the next thing I knew, she was aggressively sticking her tongue down my throat. Well, dude, I don't know how much easier it can get, man. What do you want her to write it in the sky, brother? Put it in lights? Hey, dude, I want you to take me to the bedroom and rearrange my insides. Oh, my God, man. We made out for quite a while, and that was that. What do you mean that was that? What are you leaving out, dude? We made out for quite a while, and that was that. Dude, did you rearrange your insides or not? If I had to guess, I'm sure they probably did it that night. Or maybe they did it. Afterwards, we agreed that our relationship should become exclusive. Well, I can tell you this, that if that woman was trying that hard to make you aware that she wants you to rearrange her insides and you didn't do it that night, bro, I don't think she'd want to become exclusive with you. The chick is sticking her tongue down your throat. What more do you want, bro? At my age, I'll admit that I had often thought that something like this would never happen to me. Well, dude, you're 29 years old. I don't know what kind of a structured belief system you have or where your family's from. I don't know if you have structured religious beliefs or you just focused on school or you lacked self-confidence or you used to be overweight and lost weight. I don't know, for being 29 and having your first experience, made out with a girl for the first time and possibly slept with a girl for the first time. I mean, at 29 years old, you don't hear most 29-year-old men say it. At my age, I'll admit that I had often thought that something like this would never happen to me. By that age, as a man, if you're confident, you expect that shit to happen. It is difficult to convey how happy I am to be able to say before I reach my 30s that I have in fact now made out with a girl. So he still hasn't said that he slept with her. So maybe he didn't sleep with her. But even though the original posting was deleted, the comments are still there. Let's read a few comments before I take my first break here. This first comment, I kissed the girl and I liked it. That is great, man. I'm going to give you a big round of applause for that. What was that? Katy Perry, right? It's been a while. Yeah, it's Katy Perry. Did I even have to look that up? One of the most controversial songs of the last few decades. Wow. The Taste of Cherry Chapstick. Another big round of applause. They're making fun of this guy. Wait a minute. Yes. They're making fun of this guy, Katy Perry style. Oh, man. This is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. All right. I kissed a girl just to try it. I hope my boyfriend won't mind it. They're reciting the whole song. First, I control you. Then I'm a probby. Whoops, wrong song. My bad. Wow. And I remember when that song came out. These dudes are commenting here. They're saying the most ridiculous things. They're making fun of this guy because he's 29 years old. And he's probably still a virgin. And he's all giddy because he finally kissed a girl for the first time. When most of us kissed our first woman in high school, in our teens. Awesome. Hope you two have loads of fun and adventures. Oh, and snobs. What about the Indoor Olympics, like Coach Corey Wayne calls it? I want to know if they're going to do the Indoor Olympics, right? I'm happy and excited for you. Take good care of each other. Also had my first time at 29 over the weekend. Milestones are everywhere. Congrats. Are you kidding me? How in the world are a lot of men and women nowadays waiting until their late 20s to kiss someone for the first time or be intimate for the first time? I don't know. I don't know what to say. Thanks for sharing. That's so awesome. And I can see why you just needed to post it somewhere. Very happy for you. That's awesome. But did you slip in that you also got in the relationship and have a girlfriend for the first time before you were 30? Good for you. I hope things work out. No one has asked, did you bang her? Like that's what I'd be asking. I'm not saying that to be rude to women or anything, right? But dude, did you give her the hot beef injection or not? Congrats on experiencing this before 30. Well, maybe he'll feel how a nice, warm, lower female region feels before he's 40, right? Your post translates your excitement, and we readers are therefore happy for you. Hope all goes well with the both of you. Well, I'll say this. He better either use a condom or she better be on some birth control or something for the first time, because that dude's going to blow like Mount St. Helens in like 3 seconds. Goodness gracious. I remember my first time. Man. Oh, man. Let's continue. Come on. Come on, man. Sing with me. The winner takes all. It's the thrill of one more kill, the last one to fall. They're just reciting songs now. And they're just saying, a lot of these people are just, congratulating him. Let's read one more comment here from the original poster I just came across 8 hours ago in the comment section. It's been a mixed bag so far. Some are understanding and others have said that my lack of experience makes me a poor fit for them. Well, doesn't mean you're a poor fit. It's you have a lot to learn, right? And what attracts women is confidence. And there's no way you can gain confidence with women unless you've dated women and failed, right? Right? You gotta go through one or two relationships and fail before you really, have an idea of what it takes to be a confident, down to earth, attractive, assertive man. And you figure out what really starts to turn on and attract women. Okay? Let's see. It is not something I disclose to all girls I meet, though, only the ones I talk to beyond the first date. Okay. The girl last night reacted pretty much exactly the way you'd want her to. I told her how amazing I thought she was, and she said, "Oh, I bet you say that to all the girls you talk to, huh?" Well, dude, your lack of experience is what made you say that. You basically pedestalized her, right? Oh, you said, I told her how amazing I thought she was, and she said, "Oh, I bet you say that to all the girls you talk to." Because she's heard that from a million guys, dude. You're telling her the same line that every guy tells her, right? That was my clue to tell her that actually I'd never told any girl that before because I had not really dated much before. And that's why she gave you a chance, dude, because you're inexperienced and you're a good guy. But the fact that you're inexperienced and she gave you a chance means that, she must be attracted to how you look, and she must be attracted to the fact that you're a good guy. Sounds like you're a really nice guy, and she's going to give you the chance. But, dude, you got to learn to man up at some point and be assertive, or else she's not going to be around forever, right? But right now, it's something new for her. And she's probably dated some guys that, weren't as nice and down to earth as you. So she's giving you a chance. Let's see. She said she was happy to hear that and to know that she's special to me because I'm special to her. Well, okay. Let's see how it goes, dude. I mean, you haven't told us if you've been intimate yet or not. And until you're intimate, you're not going to really know, where it's going to go, to be honest with you. And that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. I just thought I would throw this one out because, it was a guy that's 29 that made out with a girl for the first time. And it's just rare. It's just rare that you have men in their late 20s that are still virgins and have never even kissed, let alone never kiss a girl, okay? I mean, even being a virgin at that age is odd, or I wouldn't say odd, it's rare, okay? But what's even more rare is the fact that you haven't even kissed a girl, until you were 29, or you hadn't kissed a girl until you were 29. All right, folks, let's go back to full screen and let's cue up some royalty-free YouTube music. Hope you folks like the shirt. This is a shirt again that my lady purchased for me on Valentine's Day. I decided to wear this tonight, and I wore another shirt that she bought for me the previous live stream I did. I think it was last week. It was the last one I did, or a week and a half ago. But let's cue up that royalty-free YouTube music here. Give me just a second here, and then we're going to take a quick break and come back with the final 3 postings. Let's see here. All right, folks, music is all queued up. I'm going to step away and take a quick break. It'll be like 10 minutes or less. And when we return, we're going to go over the last 3 Reddit postings. Let me tell you what's coming up after the break. We're going to first head on over to the subreddit Dating Over 30. And the original poster's title is, I'm not weird, but I just don't have any real friends. 32 male. Wow. Okay. After that, we're going to head over to the subreddit Seduction. And the original poster's title there is, The Best Dating Advice I've Ever Received. This was a really good posting. A really good posting. My woman just texted me. She loves it when I go do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You know, baby, I get that from the YouTube audio library music that I have to use because that way I won't get demonetized. I won't get a copyright claim from YouTube. But there's another site I may purchase some better royalty-free music from a site called what's it called? Epidemic Sound. A lot of YouTubers use that site for copyright-free music, and it's a little bit better than the YouTube audio library, so I may switch it up. But a lot of the songs in the YouTube audio library, are kind of like do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So that's where I get that. So my woman messages me saying do-do-do-do-do with 3 dots. So yeah, the best dating advice I've ever received from the subreddit Seduction. This is a really, really good posting here. I'm going to go over it. And then the third and final one is from the subreddit Nice Guys. Subreddit Nice Guys. And the original poster states in their title, post I made on another account asking for advice with sex and dating. Couldn't even wait 30 minutes to crawl out of his chamber. This is a woman that put a screenshot of a posting. And this one, saved the best for last. This one is very, very, very interesting. And she's thinking that the guys that, try to be intimate with her sooner than later, she's thinking that's the wrong thing to do, right? And, she wants to take her time and wait. But see, this woman doesn't understand attraction or just isn't feeling attraction to these guys. I'll save it for when we get to that posting there at the very end. But for right now, stick around. Stick around. Round. We'll be right back. We're back. Yeah, here we go. So we're down. Yeah. Slow it down a bit. Meditate, clear your head, and feel real good. Feel real good. Feel amazing. Love yourself. Self-love, self-appreciation, and self-happiness. That is the key to the start of your success. You've got to love yourself before anyone can love you. I'm going to keep on preaching that until my last day on earth, all right? Okay. I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling it. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. Woo-wee. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube. Glad you could all join me here tonight. If you're here live, it is Friday, February 25th, 2022. If you're watching on the replay, no problem. This is evergreen content. This will last for a very, very long time. You didn't miss anything, so keep on watching. Oh, man. Well, before we move forward, folks, I just want to make you all aware that this channel is primarily supported through crowdfunding and donations. If you feel it in your heart and soul and you're getting great value from this stream or my content, you can make a donation in one of many ways. On YouTube here, you can go to the bottom of the chat and click that $sign, and you can make a super chat in any amount, which will put a highlighted message at the top of the chat. The greater the donation in the super chat, the longer the message will stay highlighted at the top of the chat. You can also send a super sticker, which will just send an animated little Giphy there. In any amount, I think up to like $50 or $100 or something like that. I haven't checked out the super sticker max amounts lately, but they're around $50 or $100. You can also make a donation via PayPal or Cash App. Nightbot is sharing my PayPal and Cash App links every 7 minutes or so in the chat, and they're also below in the description. I see you there, Derek. We'll get to you in just a second. Yeah. So, donations are not required, but they are greatly appreciated. And again, if you feel you're getting value out of these shows and you're learning something and it just makes you feel better and it heads you off on the right path, maybe you might want to send a little to support the channel. Also, if you'd like to work with me personally, you can go to my website. That link is below in the description. It's www.coacheliasmelas.com, coacheliasmelas.com, and then click on the Coaching Services tab and find out how we can work personally together, either through phone coaching or email coaching. Tonight, we're doing some more Reddit dating stories. This is Dating Advice for Men and Women, Volume 10. Before we get to that, Derek is back in the chat. Welcome back, Derek. How's your evening going? Host, that's a real nice shirt. Is that the other one your lovely lady got you? Yes, I mentioned that at the beginning of the show. You probably missed that. Yeah, no, I love this shirt. It's another Under Armour shirt. She got a really good deal on it. I believe it retails for $40. I think she got it for like $30 or $32 or something like that. But I keep telling my lady, stop spending too much money on me, and she works really hard, and I'm an old school type of guy where I'm more so the giver, right? I more so want to be the giver, but she's a giver too, so I can't complain. But she knows what I like, and it's nice black shirt, goes with the black Kangol hat, and it just looks nice. The sporty shirt, but it has a collar. So it's perfect for these in-studio live streams. Like nowadays, folks, you don't want to overdress. You don't want to dress too fancy for these live streams, but you also don't want to underdress. Dressing sporty with a nice sporty collar, a nice zipper. You zip it down a bit, show a little skin. Show that you take care of yourself, but you're also a relaxed, cool, calm, collective, and down-to-earth person. So, yep, that's the latest that my lady has purchased. I hope she stops spending money on getting the Under Armour stuff. Baby, I have plenty of shirts. I have so many shirts, folks, that I haven't even opened yet. I've got, my closet is so full of new clothing, and maybe eventually I'll just wear them here on these live streams. I was gonna say show off, but I'm not really a show off. I just like to do my part to dress nice and show people that it's not really that difficult to take care of yourself. If you take care of yourself, everything else will fall into place. People will see that you take care of yourself, and they'll be naturally attracted to you. All right, so let's get back to the browser source. Let me make sure I'm on the right posting before I do that. I am. This is from the subreddit Dating Over 30. Derek says in the chat, UA is leading the way with quality and value right now, and your lady sounds like a keeper. You treat her right, and she treats you right. Yeah, bro, that's what it's all about. It's a two-way street. But I'm a little old school, dude, and, I like taking care of the woman I'm with. That's just how I was raised. But, she's like that too. She's old school too, but yes, old school with a modern twist. All women are working nowadays, at least most of them are, right? And she's the kind of woman that would go broke to make me happy. And kind of makes me feel guilty, but at the same time, mad respect. And I do take care of her, man. Trust me. I make sure that she's good, and she makes sure that I'm good. And it's a win-win. All right, so the posting from the Dating Over 30 subreddit. The original poster's title is, I'm not weird, but I just don't have any real friends, 32 male. I thought this was a very interesting posting to read because I've been in this situation, and you can kind of say I'm kind of in that situation right now. I mean, I have lots of friends, but I'm just very picky and choosy with who I spend my time with nowadays, including my friends, because a lot of times your friends nowadays can really waste your time, especially if they're not in alignment with what you're trying to accomplish, like what I'm trying to accomplish out here on YouTube and my coaching business. Well, let's read here and see what the original poster states. Does this describe anyone else? I've been working on my online dating profile recently, and common advice is to include a photo of yourself with friends. It makes sense, but it is hard to do when you don't have either. I don't put any postings of pictures, or I don't use online dating apps currently because I'm with a lady. But when I was single, I never put any pictures of my friends in my photos. I think I may have one picture like of me at a networking event on an older profile, but all that stuff is not even available right now because I'm with someone. But you don't need to have that. Just take pictures of you. The focus is you, not on your friends, right? It used to be that, okay, to show more social proof and to make yourself appear more valuable to women, let's put pictures of our friends in there to show that we have a life. No, they just want to see that you look good and you take care of yourself. The rest you can talk about by phone or when you meet. I've lived the last decade without really having any friends. I kind of been the same way. I have friends. I just don't hang out with them that much anymore because it's not the most productive use of my time. And I'm not trying to be rude. They've got their own things going on, which are different than mine. And, I've got a lady and I've got family. I've got so many things going on that, unfortunately, as you get older, you start to kind of prioritize who you spend time with. And the first people to suffer, unfortunately, are your friends, right? Okay. But you're 32. You're saying for the last 10 years, you haven't really had any friends. When I was in my 20s, I spent lots of time with my friends. I didn't really stop hanging out with my friends at the level that I've stopped at this point until I was in my early 30s or so, or mid 30s, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's really happened with you. Let's read more and find out. It wasn't intentional, but it's just it just kind of happened. I've lost touch with all my friends from school, and since then, everyone I have met has been through work. Yeah, people are working, they're dating, they're getting married, they're starting a family. That's going to happen, and that's exactly what happened to me. And it is what it is. You got to focus on your own thing. Focus on finding a good woman and spend time with your family. And occasionally spend time with one or two good friends you may have if you have the time. Or, if you're single, do a hobby. Play softball, go to meetup.com and find a hobby group, a hiking group or whatever, a biking group or whatever. There's so much you can do, right? Let's see. I have great relationships with a few coworkers, but at the same time, I'm not really interested in hanging out outside of work. They are older and have families anyway, right? You don't relate to them, right? And all these guys that are going to do when they hang out with you that are married is talk about their marriage and maybe how boring their sex life is, or they're just going to sit there and use you as a therapist, right? So you're not going to be able to relate. So I get that. I totally get it. And none of my interests or hobbies really require interacting with other people. Well, okay, honestly, what I do as a coach requires me to interact with people, but I'm interacting with people digitally out here on YouTube, right? So maybe you're doing something like that, and that's your human interaction. I have so much human interaction between YouTube and the people that support me and follow me. And my lady and my family, between those three aspects, it takes up most, if not all, my time. So anyone else that wants to hang out with me, it's going to have to be someone that's really worthy of my time, and that's going to be a good time without any drama, and it's going to be fun and productive. If not, I just keep doing what I'm doing. So I get it. You're probably in the same position. I feel my need for social interaction is fulfilled by my family and work friends. All that matters is that you're fulfilled. You sound fulfilled, right? So there's nothing wrong with what you're going through, right? And a lot of people go through this. Most people go through this where you had a bunch of friends in high school and maybe throughout the beginning of your 20s or sometimes throughout your 20s. But as you get into your 30s, like you are right now at 32, you're going to start to realize that there isn't really as much time to spend with your friends like you used to. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just everyone is going out and starting their own lives, their own, they're dating or they're getting married or having a family, right? It just happens. So, dude, you are so normal. This is absolutely normal. That's why I wanted to share this here, okay? Let me see here. Okay, we're good in the chat. I already read that. This doesn't bother me, but I'm concerned that it will be perceived as strange or a red flag. No, it's not strange or a red flag because all men and women typically go through this probably in their late 20s, early 30s. It's a turning point of your life where you're getting to an age where you're growing up and you're like, okay, playtime is over. We need to start thinking about the rest of our lives. Making sure we're in the right career, making good money, setting up a retirement plan, making the right investments, finding a good partner to date, possibly get married, have a family. No, dude, you're at that turning point. This is absolutely normal. Absolutely normal in my opinion, okay? You shouldn't care about what other people think about you anyway, because like I always say, the only opinion of yourself that really matters is your own, right? Obviously, the solution is to make some friends, but I feel like if it doesn't authentically happen, then it's kind of pointless. Exactly. So just go with the flow. Keep doing what you're doing and deal with life as it comes each and every day. Deal with life as it comes each and every day. Don't overthink it. Keep doing what you're doing. And as people enter your life, you're going to be able to tell fairly quickly if there's someone that is worthy of being a part of your regular life or not. I also don't want to just use people. Well, then don't. It sounds like you're not. Or maybe I'm making too big of a deal about this. I don't think you're making a big deal out of it. I think you're at a turning point in your life where things are changing from the way they used to be. I went through this as well too. I used to have a best friend of 16 years, and we spent a lot of time together. We even lived together in our early 30s. And the biggest mistake I did was moving in with this guy because he just wasn't the best roommate. And he ended up meeting this woman. It's kind of a long story. And this woman was so needy, clingy, and controlling that she didn't want him spending any time with her friends, or with his friends, I mean. She didn't want him spending any time with his friends. And that kind of like pissed me off. And I talked with him about it, and he wasn't willing to stand up for himself, to his woman, that friends are important. So I kind of got turned off by that. I'm like, this guy's not being a man. He's submitting to this woman, right? And it's just a big turnoff. So I ended up removing myself from that friendship. And haven't spoken with the guy since, right? And he went and did his thing. I've done my thing, and most of our friends that we had during that time, we've all gone our separate ways. And every so often, we'll catch up on social media, like on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter, or we'll hang out every once in a while when there's a major, get together, and that's that. You don't have to overthink it. It's just what happens at this point in your life. Let's read a few comments here and see what the people are saying in the chat. I'm in the same boat, but I consider myself a little bit weird. I wouldn't look at it as a red flag if the person I was dating didn't have friends, only because I understand what it's like. Because everybody goes through it. Everybody goes through this, and it's perfectly normal. Indeed. And here's the thing. If you're dating someone, you're going to focus most of your time and energy on your relationship. And between your relationship, your immediate family, or both of your families, your lady's family and your family, right? And your business and your purpose, such as what I do here on YouTube and my coaching business, it takes up most of my time. So you really don't have the time to do the same things you did with friends when you were single and growing up and had less responsibilities. As you grow older and you get older, you have more responsibilities. Sounds like you guys are growing up. I'm in the same boat. All my friends are video game buddies on the internet. That's because these guys have no lives. That's because these guys are, not taking care of themselves. A lot of these guys are like stoners and they're high-tech geeks, or they're doing jobs that are pretty simple type of jobs, and they come home and they rot in their apartment and they just play games all day long because they're probably like introverted people. They're probably just people that are socially awkward, and until they figure it out and start socializing more, that's what's going to happen. Some of them I haven't seen in person in over a decade, and others I have never met, but still chat with at least weekly for years. Okay, yeah, like social media and stuff like that. Sure, or maybe a brief phone call or a text, right? All of my online dating pictures are selfies, and mostly inside at that. But I've had decent luck with online dating over the years. Well, good for you. The original poster responds and says, thanks for the reassurance. Yeah, no red flags here. I think the same way, to be honest, and I'm 44. Right. As you get older, folks, once you hit your late 20s, early 30s, you're not going to have the time or even desire to probably hang out with your high school buddies or college buddies, that you did back in those days. Everybody grows up. Everybody figures out what they want to do. Then they start to focus on their purpose, their job, how they want to make money, and how they want to live life, find a partner to date, fall in love, get married, have kids, right? Things change. It's just the way it happens. You folks are just at that turning point where it's like, wow, what's happening here? Where am I at? You're going to realize that you're at a turning point in your life. You're growing up. That's what it is. Most people's profiles look like they haven't spent a day of their lives inside. And I don't know about you, but that's a turnoff to me. What do you mean? Like hiking and stuff like that? Nothing wrong with that. I would rather see photos of people outside doing things and staying in all day. Like my online dating profiles used to have pictures of me inside and outside, right? Switch it up. Nothing wrong with that. I love my occasional downtime. Haha. Let me tell you, there's nothing better than spending time by yourself and replenishing the soul and the body and the mind and getting rest, even if you're dating someone or have lots of friends and family to hang out with. Like after tonight, I'm going to talk with my lady if she's still up after the show ends in about 30 to 45 minutes or so. And then I'm just going to relax, watch a little TV, and get some rest, right? Let's see here. If you do manage to get pictures with some friends, coworkers, strangers, make sure it is obvious which one is you. That's the problem. It's funny to me, back in the days when I was on these dating apps and sites, right? The people that would take multiple pictures with multiple people in the pictures, it was hard to identify, you know, which was the person that wrote the profile, right? Yeah. They should put a caption. Like some women would put a caption, a third one from the left or in the middle or whatever, right? But some didn't. I've been excited about a couple of profile only to find out 3/4 of the pictures in that the grammar is horrible, was the comparatively unattractive one in her pictures. And some women try to hide it by putting their more attractive friends in there, so you think the attractive one is her, and then when you meet, they're hoping that you overlook the lack of physical attraction, which is not going to work. Yeah, just be yourself. Don't try to hide things, and use full body shots on dating apps and sites. Maybe put one, headshot or two, but then put 4 or 5 body shots so people can see what you actually look like, because they're going to see you in person, right? All right, let's get to the next posting here. That's good enough for that one. This one is really, really good. We are at 1 hour and 34 minutes. All right. This is from the subreddit Seduction. And the title is The Best Dating Advice I've Ever Received. This was a really, really good posting here. We're going to go through it pretty quickly, but it makes a lot of sense. Inner game. A few years ago, me and my buddies and I is proper English. Always mention other people before you, it's proper. We're chatting about how to easily convert a girl's number into a date. Okay, cool. We were talking about cheesy and cute text messages that we can send to re-engage a girl or to use to get a girl to go on a date with us. Well, I would say years ago, before dating apps came out, you were using online dating sites on the internet, like Match.com, OkCupid, Plenty of Fish. Yeah, you could re-engage women a lot easier. If you were talking with them, let's say that you started dating someone else, didn't work out, but then, you both re-engage down the road, no problem, right? Nowadays, we're in a very dismissive online dating app world, to the point of where if you connect with someone and it just doesn't flow from the very beginning and keep moving forward, boom, 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 it's more than likely never going to get a second chance, because both men and women have lots of options, and women have even more options than men. If you're a reasonably attractive guy, you're going to have a good amount of options, but the women are still going to have way more options. So, if it doesn't move forward, in my opinion, right out of the gate, like it did with my lady when I met her on Match.com, we started chatting, we traded numbers right away, we talked that same night, we met the next night. And here we are, right? Boom, 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 right? Right now, in this modern world, re-engaging, in my opinion, does not work. Yeah, you might get lucky a time or two, right? Sometimes women will reach out to you down the road. Maybe you message them 3-4 months. They were probably seeing someone. Then they, it didn't work out. Then, boom, they message you and they say, hey, Bob, hey, John, hey, Eli, whatever, right? If you're still available, I would love to chat with you. I've been off the dating scene for a while. Just got your message, and it's amazing, right? So, yeah, very rarely does re-engaging work. But let's see what they wrote. re-engage a girl or to use a girl or to use to get a girl to go on a date with us. My other buddy in this conversation stopped us and said we are wasting our time. He gave us the best dating advice I'd ever received. All right, let's check it out. What did he say? What did he say? He said if she's down, she's down. If you've got, he left the word out, to play games and try to come up with cheesy lines to get her attention, then that date was never destined to happen in the first place. Big round of applause for that. That's the truth. Yes. That is the truth, because attraction is a must and not a choice. And if a woman is attracted to you, she's either going to be all in or all out from the very beginning. There's no in between. The cheesy lines are not going to matter. If she's into you, you can get away with the cheesy lines. But none of that stuff matters. All that matters is she's either into you or not. So don't waste your time. Get to the point. Have a conversation through texting in the app. Exchange numbers, talk by phone, hear her voice. If she sounds feminine and sweet and down to earth, and it sounds like she's really interested and has a high level of interest, then meet as soon as possible after that and see where it goes. If she's down, she's down. That's right. That's absolutely right. It hit us both like a ton of bricks. Why? Because it is what it is. You guys know whether you're instantly attracted to a woman or not. Women are the same. So why wouldn't you focus on trying to get with women that are instantly attracted to you? We realized that this was true. We paused and thought about all the dates we had been on, whether from online dating or from clubs. A lot of women will go on dates just to go on dates, even if they're not attracted to you. They get free meals, free drinks, right? Let's just meet and, let's just meet for a drink, right? I had so many women that would just say, let's meet for a drink. I'm like, no, let's meet, at a mall parking lot or a supermarket parking lot and just hang out and talk in my car. I want to see if there's romantic chemistry before I spend a dime on you. I'm not cheap, but I'm not just going to take any woman out for a drink or dinner. I want to know if you're really into me. If you're really into me, it's not going to take money to prove that I'm good enough for you to be into me. You're either going to be into me for me or not, right? We paused and thought about all the dates we had been on, whether from online dating or from clubs. The girls with whom we went on dates were interested in us. There was no games. It felt easy and smooth. That's the way it's supposed to be. If a woman's into you, she's either all in or all out. There's no in between. The in between wishy-washy stuff, it's just a woman trying to kill some time. Yeah, maybe I don't feel a strong little attraction, but I don't think he's bad. But let me go on a date with him and see. Let me get a drink with him and see how it feels, right? You don't want a woman that has lukewarm interest. You want one that's all in, right? Since then, I've stopped buying or reading courses or books from PUA gurus on text game or Insta game, etc. All that stuff is crap. All this text game is crap. There's only one thing that matters. Attraction is a must and not a choice. If a woman is attracted to you from the very beginning, then you're in. As long as you just are cool down to earth. Are cooling down to earth, I mean. Okay? That's it. That's it. Since then, the stress of trying to rack my brains for amazing and smart text messages was gone, because you don't have to try hard with women that are into you. And with women you have to try hard, they're not into you. So don't try hard. Just put yourself out there and see how they react. Put your pictures out there. State what you're looking for. Swipe left, swipe right. Go to Match.com, send some messages, and start interacting. And eventually you'll come across a woman that you're attracted to and will show you complete interest. That's all it takes. It's either there or it isn't. Boom. Period. End of story. Okay. 2 nights ago, I matched with a hot Latina on Tinder. Oh man, I used to love those Latin chicks. I sent her a simple message. Yeah, my woman, if she's still watching and listening right now, yeah, I mean, I used to like the Latina women. I like, any decent, nice woman. But yeah, I matched with a hot Latina on Tinder. I sent her a simple message. Hi, X, how are you? Well, X, instead of her name, doesn't want to dox her. I don't blame him. And she replied immediately. It was completely free flowing. No games. It was smooth. We both thought we should meet for coffee or drinks. Well, I wouldn't meet for coffee or drinks. I would meet for a late evening walk at the park or something, or a little brief hike, or hang out in your car at a mall parking lot, or a supermarket parking lot, and see if there's chemistry. We easily exchanged numbers. We met a night later and we hooked up. So you were tapping that Latin behind, huh? It was amazing. The date was smooth because she was attracted to you. She liked your personality and she thought you were cute enough, right? Oh, yeah. That's the way it should be. It should be real simple. It's either there or it isn't. I can say the same with my ex-girlfriend. FWBs or hookups, whether it was from online dating or night game, it was on from the moment we started chatting, and the transition to date was smooth as well. Women are either all in or they're all out. There is no in between. Okay? So there's no need to over pursue the women. There's no need to come up with some cheesy texts or, some manipulative texts. Just be yourself. Like, if you're really cool, like most guys are trying to manipulate these women into the sack or to get a date, right? If you're the one dude that's just cool and you say, hey, how's it going? You seem pretty cool. Yeah, I'd like to get to know you, tell me, what are you seeking, blah, 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 or whatever. Just make it simple, right? And get to the point. And if it feels right, get the number, call them up. If the phone call goes well, meet them that same night or the next night, or at least by, the coming up weekend, and meet in the evening. Never meet during the day because you always want a chance for romance and sex to happen. If you meet during the day, there's no chance. And don't go to dinner, coffee, or drinks on a first date. Never go for drinks, dinner, or coffee on a first date. Like I said, go on a walk in the late afternoon, early evening, before it gets dark, or right when it's about to get dark, or, meet in the evening at a mall, in the mall parking lot, sit in your car and talk, or meet at that supermarket parking lot when it's, when it's nighttime. And if a woman doesn't want to meet you in the evening because she says, I don't meet anyone at night, it's too scary, then you eliminate her, because that's a woman that's afraid to let romance happen. And a woman that's in a good place and is ready for romance to happen and have something real will want to put herself in that position with someone that she's attracted to, right? Got to look for these signs, guys. You just got to go for it, right? P.S. I'm a decent-looking, short, brown guy. I am not 6-foot athlete with six-pack abs rolling in crypto millions. So if it works for me, it'll work for anyone. It has nothing to do with money. It has to do with attitude. It has to do with confidence. It has to do with, are you a, what was I going to say? What was the word I was going to say? Do you have good swagger? Natural, non-manipulative swagger. Just be yourself. That's the best way to put it. All right? Why the fuck am I posting this here? Because I'm getting a bit annoyed by posts. Should I text her? What should I message her? Where did I fuck up in this interaction? You didn't do anything wrong. She just wasn't attracted to you from the very beginning. Focus on women that are 100% attracted to you, and the rest is smooth sailing. Okay? Stop wasting time on women who are not interested. Amen! Big round of applause! There we go. There we go. Stop focusing or wasting time on women that aren't into you. Man. Or whom you need to come up with cheesy things to say just to get a response. Yeah, women are either into you or they're not. You don't need to try to manipulate the situation, right? It's either going to be there or it isn't. If she is interested, she's interested. Stop chasing uninterested or disinterested women. Stop chasing women, period. But definitely don't even attempt to, go on a date or hang out with a woman that is not showing full signs of interest. I know the ratio will be low, meaning you will find that only a few girls fall into this bucket, but who fucking cares? It only takes one, right? I've got one. That's all I need. How many more do I need? I can barely even handle one. Well, baby, I can handle you, but you know what I'm saying. Women are a handful. Your emotions and all that, right, baby? It's all good. She probably fell asleep. It's all good. I haven't heard from her by text in a while. It's all right. Let's see. If you talk with or match with online, enough girls said a number of them. If you talk with or match with online, enough girls, a set number of them are into your type. Sure, not everyone's going to be your type, but yeah, a few every now and then will be really interested, and will work out as long as you identify it and you just go for it, right? And you're just being yourself. And if they are giving you all the signals that they are interested, right, just ask them out. Don't waste time online trying to be funny or smart. Don't oversell it. Yeah. You just ask them, hey, I enjoy hiking. Are you interested in hanging out for a hike at some point? And if they say yes, that means they have attraction for you. If not, then move on, right? Unmatch them, block them, and just move on. But another thing you have to look for, too, is that some women will have a low level of interest or mediocre level of interest, and they'll still go on a hike with you. You got to find out through these apps. Like, you got to try to gauge how interested they are. Maybe you flirt a little bit with them, you don't need to say anything cheesy, but, just say something witty and funny and charming to see how they respond to it. A woman that's into you will respond to it back with more flirty fun. A woman that is too structured or doesn't have complete interest in you is going to respond to it in a bland way. You're going to be able to tell when someone's really into you, okay? The best dating advice I've ever received, if she's down, she's down. Otherwise, she's not. Right! Big round of applause! Exactly. If she's down, she's down. Otherwise, she's not. All right, let's read a few comments here before we get to the last posting. We are at 1 hour and 50 minutes. This deserves more upvotes. So much. It should be so many desperate guys in this thread. Like, bro, there's 8 billion people in this world, and you tripping over one. Move on if she's playing games, because that's just a sign of disrespect. Shows she wasn't FWU. Okay, I think I know what that means. I'm not going to say it. Wasn't into you in the first place. Okay, the original poster says thank you. As Mark Manson says in Models, it's either a fuck yes or no. Right, big round of applause for that! Yeah, and when they say fuck yes, they mean, yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait to see you. If I feel the same way as I'm feeling about you, through the app or talking by phone, then we're going to be making out and possibly doing something else when we see each other. Story of my life. All right, let's read a couple more here. Yes, flirting and seduction is not some puzzle-solving game where if you click the right buttons, the level will unlock. It is a form of communication, engaging interest, and recognizing yes and no signals. That's right. It's either there or it isn't. There's no in between. You can't force something that's not there. Women know if it's all there the moment they lay eyes on you. Bottom line. And you guys do too. So get to the point. Here's what I do. 1, start with normal conversation and check response. If she is smiling and talking back, then yes. If she ends the conversation abruptly or says she's waiting for a friend or takes out her phone, then no. True. This is in person. Number 2, make light contact, brushing elbows accidentally. When a woman's into you, she'll try to brush your your shoulders, or look at you with glistening eyes, right? And she will be very submissive. She won't be tense or feeling awkward. She will be very, very relaxed, right? Either flirty or just be a little bit, not shy, but not overly aggressive, but will show you signs of interest by touching you or getting close to you or glistening eyes. Okay? Leaning in, etc. If she freezes up or recoils, then no. If she also leans in and touches elbows or hands, then yes, proceed further. Right. Good points. If a woman signals no to you, some funny joke isn't going to make you suddenly attractive to her. And 90% of the time, you did not make any mistakes. She was just not into you. Amen. Right. Good comment there. The original poster response, his name is the Sensual Beast. In the age of Me Too, this advice is so key. Oh, you guys are overthinking Me Too. A woman that's really into you is not going to Me Too you. A woman that's not into you, that you push to try to get into you, might hashtag Me Too you. I have never, ever once had a Me Too issue. You want to know why? Because the women that would have probably Me Too'd me, I identified that they were just, not ready from before I even would get to the phone with them, or after a phone call before meeting them. This advice is so key. Don't make aggressive Kino moves just to switch her attraction. It will backfire. Test the waters always. If there is no reception or interest, move on. Right. You'll be able to tell the hashtag Me Too women. They're very closed off and guarded, right? So this looks like a woman that was responding to the original, or to the previous comment someone made above. If a woman signals no to you, some funny joke isn't going to make you suddenly attractive to her. And 90% of the time, you did not make any mistakes. She was just not into you. Exactly this. If you get a no, then take the hint and graciously make your exit. Both of you will be better off. Yeah. And you won't look like fools or get hashtag Me Too'd, right? I heard a quote before: a highly interested girl will give you the blueprint to her punani. Let's put it that way. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm not trying to be rude or weird here, and I respect my lady. She's a respectful woman, but my woman, the first night she met me, wanted me to take her behind the Safeway and have a little fun. I told her, no, let's make it more special. Let's wait for, the second date and get a nice room and stuff, right? The truth of the matter is, if they're really into you, they will hand over that punani with no question. Like, they're like, this is a man. I'm never going to find a man like this again. Like, I just want this guy. I don't care what it takes. I will surrender my PUSSY. That's beautiful. It's the way it should be. It's just absolutely beautiful. The original poster states, that's new and fresh, but I like it. And one more before we go to the last posting here. Get to the last posting. Signs of Some says, agreed. Women who like you will make it easy for you to pursue them. You don't pursue them. They'll make it easy for you to get with them. That's a better way to put it. Oh, one more here. My way of saying this is, you can't win a girl over text, but you can lose a girl over text. Amen. Big round of applause. I'm going to read that again. You can't win a girl over text, but you can lose a girl over text. Well said. Well said. Sometimes you can get her fired up through text to take her to a phone call, but you can win her over on a phone call and make her want to meet you even more and make her excited over the phone with your tone of voice and what you're saying. So that way when you meet, you're already, 3-4 steps ahead of the game. And all you got to do is play your cards right, and it'll be smooth sailing. Put it that way. Interesting quote, mate. Well said. Truth. All right. Let's get to the final posting here. We are at 1 hour and 56 minutes. Haven't heard from my lady, so she's probably Give me a second here, folks. Well, let me make a comment to somebody I just I banned in the chat here. Not because I'm angry or upset. The Drama After Dark channel. Well, first of all, I'm a drama-free zone, and you're not. With no disrespect, that's what you do. I don't hate you. I don't hate anybody. I have no problems with anyone. I've always completely understood, where you were coming from. The reason why, we had to part ways, and I had to part ways with many people from that side, is because I'm not a drama channel, and it's not good for my audience to be involved in that. I understand it's Hollywood style, it's Jerry Springer style. I understand it's clocking in and clocking out, and it's just for the money and all that. But it really, really does confuse people, and it's just something I don't want to be a part of. Again, I have no hate for anyone. I never had any hate for you or anybody. I just want to do my own thing. I want to create positive, uplifting content. And, I shouldn't even be responding to this, but I'm a good dude, and I care about people. I care about everyone. And like I said in my previous stream earlier today, I saw your man's posting, and I understand what he's going through. But you and him both know why he's going through that, right? You two are not bad people. You're good people, but you got to satisfy sponsorship requirements. You have to also satisfy, the audience and give them what they want. At the same time, if you want to be friends with these people, you can't use them as content in a drama world and then be upset when they figure it out and don't want to be friends. It's like it's just it's just a world I don't want to deal with. I've had enough drama in my life, and many people that follow me now have had enough drama in their life, and they just want to, they want an easygoing, positive, uplifting type of life. And no disrespect. So I had to ban you, ma'am. I didn't ban you because you did something wrong. I can't be involved in that type of content. It just doesn't help out my brand. Just being honest with you. Hey, I've been through a lot out here, and I've learned a lot on how to handle myself on YouTube. And I just want to show that, hey, I'm not a bad person, and I don't hate anybody. That's the bottom line. But yeah, thank you for stopping by, and have yourself a great night. Best of luck in whatever you want to, whatever you want to accomplish. You, your man, and anyone else on that side. I mean that wholeheartedly, sincerely. I do. All right, let's get to the final posting here. This is from the subreddit Nice Guys, and this is my favorite one. Post I made on another account. Oh, by the way, the microphone, it's the same microphone I have. It's the Blue Yeti. I just got a boom arm for it. I mentioned this a few streams back. And I switched my old pop filter to a pop filter that came with this kit. It's actually, a foam pop filter / windscreen. You know about that, man. You used to be in Hollywood. You've dealt with microphones. But when you get the microphone closer to your lips, you can turn down the sensitivity, and you also get better sound that way. So I appreciate the compliment on that. So I didn't want to forget that. Anyway, from the subreddit Nice Guys, post I made on another account asking for advice with sex and dating. Couldn't even wait 30 minutes to crawl out of his chamber. Well, he's a man, and he has needs. And you're a woman, you have needs too. And if you really liked him, you wouldn't mind that he was crawling out of his chamber 30 minutes later. You just weren't feeling it. So here's the posting that this woman made somewhere else. How to tell men you like to wait. I'm a good guy, ma'am, and no man wants to hear that. Every man, no matter how good of a guy he is, wants to hit that V-land as quickly as possible. And you know that. And if you're into a guy, You're going to want his pee-pee as just as much, but you just weren't into him. Or maybe you're jaded or hurt from the past. I'm old again. Do you mean you're on online dating again? I'm online dating again, but I am trying to find someone I really click with. We all are. I have someone, but everybody is what I'm trying to say. Everyone's trying to find someone they really click with. That you have to take chances for that to happen, ma'am. I had a terrible habit of sleeping with essentially anyone I went on a date with, which stemmed from massive insecurity. There's your problem, ma'am. You're insecure, you're jaded, you're holding on to baggage from the past, right? You have unresolved issues from past relationships or maybe stemming back to the way you were raised in your childhood. But I am finally getting my life back together post-COVID. Doesn't sound like it, man. You still want to tell men to wait. No man wants to wait. No woman wants to wait if it feels right. Waiting is BS. Waiting is for people that are insecure and are hurt from the past and are not willing to take a chance. If you're into a guy, like my woman was into me, my woman wanted me to take her in the back of Safeway the first night we met. Not because she sleeps around, because she really liked me. She really liked how I was going 20, 30 minutes of just hanging out and talking and kissing and stuff like that. That's the way it should be. And I am just done with it. Done feeling used and done letting myself be used. Why, man? Because you gave guys some chances. They slept with you and didn't call you back. Maybe the sex wasn't good. Maybe your attitude sucked, but you were cute enough to be intimate with. Man, you got to change your attitude if you want to keep guys around. I bet you're really attractive and good looking and good enough for sex, but your attitude sucks, so guys don't want to keep you around. Man, this is your fault. I got out of a relationship about 8 to 9 months ago now and want to take things slow with people and actually date. Ma'am, when I was single, anytime a woman would say she wants to take things slow, got immediately ghosted by me. And it's not that, I necessarily want to rush things, but someone that goes out of their way to put up roadblocks or say taking things slow is guarded and has some unresolved issues, and they're afraid to just let the natural flow of progression take things wherever they're meant to go. Hang out with minimal alcohol involved. Well, I never like to involve alcohol, especially on first or second dates. Get to know each other and see if there's chemistry there before anyone takes off or takes any of their clothes off. Well, if you both have chemistry and really like each other, you're going to want to take each other's clothes off. If there's no chemistry, then it's not going to go anywhere. But if you feel chemistry with a guy and he feels it with you and you tell him to wait just because it's too soon, you're stopping the natural flow of progression. That's an issue within you. But it seems to be the assumption that we will sleep together after a couple of dates. That's the way it goes nowadays, ma'am. I'm unsure of when to bring this up with men I am talking to. Any advice? You let the natural flow of progression take things where they're meant to go. And here's the thing. This is what a lot of dating coaches say, and including myself. If the sex doesn't happen by the third date at the latest, you move on. So, ma'am, you're going to have 2, maybe 3 dates at most before intimacy is either going to make or break your possibility with that guy. Okay? Most even decent guys like me nowadays, we want to know as quickly as possible if you're truly interested in us or not before we invest further. And the only way we know you're truly interested is by being intimate with us. And ma'am, if you're too afraid to let that happen, then, maybe need some more time to yourself. Because the only guys you're going to get that may possibly wait a little bit are the beta males, and you don't really want them. Any alpha male or decent guy like myself that you would want, we may, if it doesn't happen on the first night, which, usually it's either second or third date, sometimes the first date. If it doesn't happen the first night, second or third night at the latest, or it's never going to happen. There won't be a fourth date. If I was single, there will not be a fourth date if it hasn't happened by the third date. That's just the way it goes nowadays. Nothing wrong with that. You're just jaded and guarded, right? Let yourself go. It's the modern world. Have a little fun. Loosen up a little bit. What's this mod sticky comment? Automated moderation, please read. Nice guys demean others while simultaneously expressing a favorable view of themselves. They don't have to use the word nice, but they must demonstrate an expression of their own virtue while being asshats. Okay, I don't know what that meant. Homeboy wrote a whole ass novel about why no one should fuck him. That's not a guy. That's a woman writing that. Or is it a guy? I can't tell. Is that a guy or a woman that wrote? I thought it was a woman that wrote that. At least he uses a big red flag. That's not a flag. That's a damn tarp. A big red tarp says, please, for the love of God, do not fuck me. No, it's like one of those blimps that have those advertisements in them, or those airplanes that fly banners. Big round of applause for that! Oh, that's hilarious. All right, man, you're in here on another sock account, and I'm not gonna ban this account because you're being nice. I get that, and that is fine that you are not that kind of channel. I am just glad you finally understand that it is what it is. Clock in, clock out. Ma'am, I understood that over a year ago when you told me that. Okay? I didn't want to remove you or other people as friends. It was just creating a conflict of interest. And that's the thing. I think you believe me now that that is what happened, right? And I want to pay my respect to you and others, even though it's in the middle of a show I'm trying to run here. But hey, you got to take your opportunities when you can, right? I've never had a problem with you or the mid-30s guy or anyone else, okay? The truth of the matter is that, hey, that's their job, right? They're getting paid for that, right? And unfortunately, my genre is completely different than what you guys do. You guys are like the WWE, Jerry Springer, Maury Povich, that kind of thing, right? And because you come from Hollywood, you have an experience and a background in doing that. And you working with the mid-30s guys, some of these people, it's giving you the joy and thrill that you used to get in Hollywood, YouTube style. I get it. It was a conflict of interest. I know that now. I didn't then. And hey, look, again, I'll be the bigger person and say, look, I never meant to hurt your feelings or anyone else's feelings. I was doing the right thing that was right for myself, for you, and other people that were involved. That's all. It was a hard decision to make. It really was. It was a position even myself as a man didn't want to be put into. And let me tell you something, ma'am. Okay? The Christmas channel hits far beyond Christmas, right? Like, I get you're emotional. The woman I'm dating right now is, I don't know. She's emotional. You're all women, okay? You're all emotional, right? And my woman's been through some stuff. You've been through some stuff, some trauma, right? I get it. I'm the last guy that ever wants to hurt anyone, especially people that have been through trauma and need the support. And that honestly is what affected me the most. But I had to do what I had to do for the best overall interest of my business and brand and the future of it. I had to rebuild. I'm still rebuilding. And it hasn't been easy. It really is the WWE. It is frightening how naturally I took to it. That's because you came from that arena, ma'am. Ma'am, I was trying to tell you this, but I understand, you felt differently. I trained you to deal with her? No, you didn't. I've told her about you. Trust me. I've told her about you. And I also told my lady, I'm like, I don't know which one of you is more emotional, you, ma'am, here in the chat, or my actual woman. But, I've got a lot of strength to be able to deal with two strong women that are also very emotional and have been through a lot of trauma. All right. And I'm still ticking. So, hey, at least give me that. But it's great to hear from you. And I appreciate that. You want to talk about this on your channels or his, I really don't care. It doesn't bother me anymore. But yeah, I'm glad that, it's all, it's all good. And who knows, maybe one day when the tables have turned, and you folks are doing something different, maybe our paths can cross again. And that would be nice. At least compared to the other people that you've dealt with, ma'am, that have come at you and the mid-30s guy, at least, hopefully you respect the fact that I can handle it in the funny ways like you guys like to make fun of me, respectfully, professionally, and maturely, right? You can laugh at that. All right, I got to finish this up here. I think my lady fell asleep. She hasn't texted me. So, oh well, it's all good. Let's see here. Why I'm chronically unfuckable honor thesis supported by data and peer review. I might have to steal this for a bio somewhere, and I can barely read it since he never passed an English class. Trying to read that dribble gave me a headache. Man, these fuckers are delusional and stupid, surprising nobody. If that's actually a guy writing this, then that's pretty pathetic. If that's a guy saying that he wants to wait and the women want him, I think it's a woman writing this. I think you guys have it wrong, okay? Writes a whole novel, can't be bothered to write ready instead of ready. The Christmas channel says, this is hysterical. You do have experience in the area, and you have been with her for a while now. I'm happy for you. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm happy for you, too. And I appreciate the fact that you really understand that I never had any ill intentions to you or anyone. It's just, it is what it is. You were the one, ma'am, that figured this out. You were the one that figured everything out. And I'm pretty damn intuitive to figure out most of everything on my own, but you were the one that figured everything out before you even got involved, with the man you're involved with. You would not believe who I made peace with. Let's see. Well, thank you, man, for stopping by. And I'm really happy you made peace with a woman that you went back and forth with for years. Too much to mention, doesn't need to be mentioned. I'm proud of you. I'm happy that you're back to being friends with the Canadian guy. And even with I don't know who that JC3 is, but I don't know, maybe you meant JT. You have a great rest of your show, she says. Well, thank you so much. My lady left me a message. I'm awake. My woman says she needs to check herself before she wrecks herself. She didn't say wreck. She said she's joking, Christmas channel. Listen, I'm not gonna deal with a cat fight here. I'm live on the air. This has been fun, and this was a nice distraction tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Interesting. That is a stretch on my, or oh my God, laughing my ass off. Women are using us by wanting to get to know us before letting us get our dicks wet. That's true. So you don't let them do that. Okay? You flip it on them. You meet with them in places that don't cost money, hiking, walking, do things that don't cost money until they give up the punani. Once they give up the punani, then spend money on them. But only if they're the right woman and there's more to it than just the punani, right? See, women are trying to get things from you before giving it up. And guys, your job is to get it before you give up your resources. That's where the fight is nowadays. That's where the standoff is, right? But see, the people that are playing those games are not allowing the natural flow of progression to take its place, right? So, the truth of the matter is that you just need to focus on finding the right people that are not going to, put you through that. The right man and the right woman will be able to meet up, and just let things naturally flow and go where they're supposed to go without even having to spend a dime on each other. It's the bottom line. No, that's called friendship and getting to know one another. The entitlement boggles my mind. Okay, he has no serious or fulfilling relationships if he thinks talking to someone and being open and honest about one's life, feelings, experience, etc. is using them. These people are saying that this poster is a man, but I think it's a woman. Why would a man hold himself back from getting intimate with a woman? That's just very odd. I'm just going to wrap this one up. Oh, there's no poster. But moi pee-pee. Okay. Wow, this is just getting too crazy here. Okay, and one more here. This is funny. Let's wrap this up by saying this. They don't want women. They're upset that they have to put in any effort to obtain vagina. It's not about putting in the effort. It's about, is it there or is it not there naturally? And guys don't have a problem spending money once they know a woman is invested. And guys don't believe a woman's fully invested until she gives up the vagina. That's the bottom line. It's just the way it goes. Anyway, we are at 2 hours and 19 minutes. I need to really wrap this up. Oh, okay. She said a bunch of channels. We are going to be doing a show together. We have a channel. We are going to be covering the reality shows, just like I told you she should. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Oh, it's nice to see you reconcile with all these people. I'm proud of you. I'm seriously proud of you, and I wish you the best. I really do. And maybe one of these days, when this is all said and done, and the sponsor is no longer paying for this content, and your man and other people are creating real content and making more money, doing something more meaningful, maybe we can work together at that point. It would be a nice thing. Until then, have a good one, and I appreciate you coming here and being respectful. I honestly mean that. And I'm sure you're probably simulcasting me or somebody else is, but I really don't care. Thank you to everyone. Not a problem. Not a big deal. All right, folks, it's time to wrap this baby up. Let's go back to full screen. We are at 2 hours and 21 minutes. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. I'll be back tomorrow for more than likely a walking stream. That's probably all you're going to get from me tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know. Tomorrow night, I may go hang out with my brother, or who knows? Who knows? Maybe hang out with some friends I haven't seen in a while. My lady's going to be working all weekend. But I'll keep you in the loop. Keep it locked here. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications. Keep an eye on my community wall for updates. If you want to, join me on Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. Just look for Elias Melas, Coach Eli, Elias Melas on Twitter. It's at Elias Melas, and that's a good way to follow me too. Thank you thanks for not blocking me as well. Well, yeah, you're being respectful, so I appreciate that. Same microphone, ma'am. Same microphone. It's just with a mic stand to bring it closer. A new pop filter / windscreen, a foam one because it's smaller and it doesn't block my face, and has a nice shock mount right here. So, yeah, it sounds better being closer. I've been trying to step up my game. All right, folks, have yourselves a great night, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye. Bye.